groovy people? Welcome to Blue Dragon Art. I'm the self-proclaimed Blue Dragon. This week I'm going to do a quick vid just talking about a technique that I've been trying out. It's nothing new, but when I made the switch over to Bristol board, drawing my free not safe for work webcomic Dark Horse, links for that are down in the description, I noticed that, especially if it's a sketch where it's a little more difficult and I have to do a lot of erasing, because the graphite is gray, when I scan it in, if I am incapable of picking up all of the graphite and not leaving like the ghosting lines behind from erasing, after I scan it in, it makes it a little bit more difficult to do line cleanup for me digitally. I know there's probably some workarounds. I play around with the levels, and that oftentimes will help clean up a lot of the artifacts and messy traces of the graphite from erasing, but it's very time consuming, especially if I'm kind of not comfortable drawing whatever it is that I'm drawing, and I've done a lot of erasing, and you can really easily tell, even though the ink is dark black, you can tell that I've struggled a lot there, and it takes a lot of cleanup, like erasing digitally in Photoshop. So a technique that's actually been around for a long time, and I think that it's not just an Eastern technique. I feel like some people in the West have done this too, but I was introduced to this idea of using a blue colored pencil to do your sketching, so that when you scan it in after inking, it's easier for you to get rid of the blue line. Now, they were doing this in a different manner, back in the day when people first started using this technique, but I thought I would give it a shot and see if it would help me with my own line cleanup. So in the background, I'm fixing some time warp pages from Dark Horse, and in some cases I'm just fixing like a panel or two, but there's an entire page that I needed to fix also. And once I complete sketching, in the background you're going to notice that I go ahead and demonstrate whether or not the blue lines actually made cleanup easier, and I was pleasantly surprised. I'm happy to say that yes indeed, I'm using a blue colored pencil, albeit with my pencil extender because that pencil's about gone. But it did actually make it a lot easier because I was able to adjust the level of white and black in Photoshop, which made the blue, like, it really heightened like the saturation of all the colors, like of the white, of the blue, and of the black. And then I was able to just use the magic wand tool to pick up all of the white and all of the blue, leaving behind the black line, which is all that I wanted, the black ink line. And I consider this technique to be very successful. Oh my god, I've been in such a rush to get pages done, and because I'm working on that errata submission, we're leaving today at time of recording. We're leaving Friday for like a beach trip, an early honeymoon, because when my mom gets here, it's we're going to be spending a lot of time with her and my sister. So I have been in kind of a hurry and like cleaning up the errata pages that I sketched with graphite and erased, and because it was I was drawing a lot of small figures, it was very difficult for me to make them look even reasonably proportioned. But I've noticed that, like, versus those pages that I've been cleaning up and finally fixing the line work for, which took me all day yesterday to finish up, the blue line took, like, no time at all for line cleanup, which made me very happy. I never used to have this problem when I would do my sketching on just regular 8.5 by 11, and then use inking paper to essentially, like, a blank page, use my light box and trace over the line work, which was on 2 different pages. I never used to have the problem of the leftover graphite during the line cleanup because of that, because the graphite wasn't on the page that I inked on. However, I much prefer working on Bristol board. The other way was fine, but like I'm way less likely to like dig my nib into the Bristol, so I wanted to give this technique a try before, going back to the other materials, and I was pleasantly surprised. And that's all I've got to say about this. Next week is also going to be a short video. I'm not sure what the background is going to be, but I'm going to be quickly doing my midterm evaluation, which is actually late because of all the other stuff I've been wanting to talk about. And then I think I'm going to have a video doing an unboxing of a book that I got from a friendly colleague, friendly associate on a Discord channel that I'm a part of. So all of that is to come in the month of August. I hope you're all having a great week. Peace and love. Fare you well. And keep on trucking. I never used to have this issue when I sketched on a